we are going to do is we'll revise this Kepler's laws of planetary motion. And we will start with Newton's law of gravitation. Students, I am using a page because I have to explain you some derivations, and in textbook there is a slight mistake regarding uniform circular motion. Slight bit mistake. I'll tell you what it is. First revision, Kepler's laws of planetary motion. First law states that every planet, only a revision part, every planet revolves around the sun in elliptical orbit with sun at one of the focus. This is the position of the planet. I'll repeat, every planet revolves around the sun in an elliptical orbit with sun at one of the focus. Second law, the line, as I have told you, ellipse has foci, it doesn't possess center. The line joining the planet and the sun sweeps equal areas in equal intervals of time. Means if AB is the distance covered in time t and CD is the distance covered in the same interval of time t, then area CF2D is congruent to area ABF2. So area C, it may be in the form of a curvature or whatever it is, area CF2D is equal to area BF2A. That's it. This is, but the time interval should be same. That is the only condition here. Third and the most important law, which was verified by Newton. Why is it like this? It states that square of the period of revolution of the planet around the sun is directly proportional to the cube of the radius or cube of the distance between the planet and the sun. This is the sun here, position of the sun. This is the planet R. Square of the period of revolution is directly proportional to the cube of the mean distance between the planet and the sun. Okay, means period means, what is the meaning of period? Period means every cycle which repeats regularly. त्याला period म्हणतात. The square of the period means the time taken basically to complete one revolution. For example, moon takes 24 hours to complete one revolution around the earth. Planets, or particularly earth, takes 365 days to complete one revolution around the sun. The square of the period of revolution is directly proportional to the cube of the mean distance between the planet and the sun, or t square is equal to some constant k into r cube, where k is t square upon r cube, which is a constant. हे important आहे. This Kepler's third law of planetary motion was verified even by Newton, students. ते कसं? Just wait, for today you learn this part. ठीक आहे, that k is equal to t square upon r cube is equal to constant वापरून आपण Newton's laws verify करणार, Newton's laws of gravitation. Now the next part is, we will learn a very important part of the topic, Newton's law of gravitation. What is that? Students, for that consider two unequal masses. Just see my drawing. I am drawing two bodies of masses m1 and m2 which are unequal in sizes. You should not draw them as same size. When you are taking this as mass m1 and mass m2, when you draw, be particular that one should be of smaller size, any of them will do. One should be of smaller size and the other should be of greater size. Let d be the distance of separation between their centers. Students, note kara, distance is never counted from the surface. Distance is always concentrated or measured from the center. कळतंय? कधीही तुम्हाला डिस्टन्स काउंट करायचं असेल तर ऑलवेज measure the distance of any particular point from the center. So m1 and m2 are the two bodies of masses m1 and m2 respectively. D is the distance of separation between their centers. Newton said that, आहे तसा टेक्स्टबुक मला लॉ लिहावा लागतो, प्लीज डोंट यूज युअर ओन वर्ड्स. अकॉर्डिंग टू न्यूटन, द फोर्स ऑफ अट्रॅक्शन between two particles is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. I'll repeat. The force of gravitation, the force of attraction between two bodies of masses, between any two bodies, is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Combine this, students. What do we get? We get it like this. F is proportional to m1 m2 divided by d square, or F is equal to important some constant g m1 m2 divided by r square, where g is a constant which is called as the universal gravitational constant. G ही acceleration due to gravity, small g लिला, you will lose marks, students. Please use capital only. What is capital G? Capital G is called as the universal gravitational constant, whose value is 6.67 into हे बाहेर करायचा 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. That's it. I'll repeat Newton's law of gravitation. The force of attraction between any two bodies of masses, between any two bodies, is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Combine, students, and remove the proportionality sign and replace it by a constant capital G, where capital G is a constant which is universal gravitational constant, whose value is 6.67 into 10 raised to Newton's law of gravitation. M1 and M2 are the two particles of masses. Please draw them of unequal sizes. Draw करताना सुद्धा ही सर्कल्स जरी असले तरी unequal sizes पाहिजेत. The force of attraction between them is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Or G is proportional to M1 M2 divided by D square. Or proportionality sign काढा and replace it by a constant G, where capital G is a constant which is called as universal gravitational constant, whose value is 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Mulano, I'll tell you this regarding this here. G is universal gravitational constant because this Newton's law of gravitation is applied all over the world. It is responsible for the shape of various galaxies. Like for example, we live in the galaxy which is called as Akash Ganga. ठीक है ना? So असे thousands of galaxies आहेत which are still not been reached by human beings. Newton's law of gravitation is universal law, means it is applicable for all the celestial bodies, all the galaxies, all the planets, all the systems whichever are present in the universe. No doubt it is the weakest force. Though it is the most weakest force, it still holds the universe together, universal particles together, or keeps them bonded. That is the speciality of this law. ठीक है? That's it. So M1 and M2 are the two particles of masses. Force is, the statement of Newton's law is, the force is directly proportional to the product and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Combine करा. G ची व्हॅल्यू मात्र पाठ करायची कंपल्सरी. यूज इट ॲज कॅपिटल G. Okay, students, I would like to tell you one thing. See here, now we have used the Newton's law as F is equal to G m1 m2 divided by d square. Some points I would like to add here which will come for filling the blanks. If the distance is doubled, if the distance between the two bodies is doubled, the force becomes how many times? G m1 m2 2d the whole square becomes 4d square. The force becomes 1/4, reduces to 1/4. MCQ, examination point of view ने MCQ ला येतं की if the distance between the two particles is doubled, what is the effect on the force? The force becomes lesser by 4 times or gets reduced by 4 times. Next, if the masses are doubled, then the force becomes फोर्स बिकम्स 4 टाइम्स. स्टुडंट्स हे बाहेर करा. टेक्स्टबुकमध्ये दिलेलं आहे ते की फोर्स reduces to 4 times when the distance is doubled and force increases by 4 times when the masses are doubled. Ends the job. ठीक है. This is one thing here. This is what you are going to learn here. Next, I would like to propose one more point here. F is equal to G. If I take mass M1 as 1 kg, mass M2 as 1 kg, distance as 1 meter, then obviously F is equal to G. I'll repeat what I said. If I take the masses as 1 kg each and the distance of separation between the masses as 1 meter, I'm using SI unit, students, then F is equal to G. This is the definition of universal gravitational constant, which states that it is the force of attraction between the two particles of masses 1 kg separated by a distance of 1 meter. So what is the definition, not the value? What is the definition of G? It is the force of attraction between the two particles of masses 1 kg each separated by a distance of 1 meter. This is the important points or regarding Newton's law of gravitation. ठीक है. Now we will enter into something called as uniform circular motion. So what is circular motion? Follow my hand. Circular motion is the motion along the circumference. ह्याला normal circular motion म्हणतात. When this circular motion becomes uniform, when the velocity or the speed is constant. If the particle is only moving along the circumference, the motion is regarded as circular motion. But provided the velocity or the speed of the particle remains constant, then the motion is called as uniform circular motion. Very, very important point. For the particle to perform uniform circular motion, whenever there is circular motion, a very important force comes into play, which I have already discussed, that is centripetal force. Centripetal force. Students, एक point clear करते हैं. If M is the mass, this is for higher 12th standard syllabus, कि how you derive it and all. If M is the mass of the particle moving along the circumference, V is the velocity and R is the radius of the circle, then F is equal to mv square by R. What is this? Whenever a particle performs circular motion, if its velocity remains constant, it is called as uniform circular motion. In uniform circular motion, what type of force acts on the particle? It is the centripetal force, whose expression is given by mv square by R. What is this? M is the mass of that particular particle, V is the speed, R is the radius of the circle. Ends the job. For today, I will stop here, students. Next time, I will give an important derivation. Slight mistake is there. Slight mistake. Let me repeat. It's not wrong. थोडंसं मिस्टेक आहे ते डेरिवेशन मी पुढच्या पिरियडला घेते तुम्हाला. बाय फॉर टुडे. चलो.